Hello everybody. I know I'm late, Chris. It's... Chat scrolled immediately, that's amazing. Also, woo, Ghost Mouse. So, today we're going to be doing some spreading of compost, which is probably going to last the entire stream. This is kind of a test to see how long the Compost Master actually does last. Or the compost from the Compost Master. I haven't tweaked it yet. I need to tweak it. I haven't done it yet. Hello, Rhys Sullivan, and the very impatient Aaron, who arrived and then left immediately. Eddie, a wooden leg. Landy, who's making fun of me already. Chris, the Irish gamer. NHF, how are we now? I'm using not the IRC chat today. Hello, Agco Farming. We're very glad to see I'm using a Fent. And Etho, hello. And Chris Linton, hello. How are we all doing today? Ola Holden, hola. Let's get that right over to the edge there like that. So we're at 86% compost. I'm actually going to stop here for a second, because I want to bring up the HUD so you can see this a bit better. I want to bring up the HUD so you can see how slowly the compost is draining. Hello Thomas and Magic Music Bot. So you can see this is draining at the rate of about 1 litre per second, which gives it about 6,000 seconds, roughly. Did I have a trim? I had a trim. Beard had a trim. Beard needed a trim. You are still indeed beardy, but not beardish. Did I trim my beard again? I didn't actually. It's just looking particularly short today for some reason. It's probably that it's just like, do you know what it is? It's it's my hair is contrasting with the beard. So if I push my hair back, now it doesn't look as short anymore. I enjoy I don't have to actually turn off the manure spreader when I'm doing this, because yeah, the compost just lasts forever. And people tend to forget a lot how quickly or how long my hair is. Because, yeah, I will leave the beard grow again for a while, then trim it back again. Why am I even turning this off? It doesn't need to be turned off. You won't be here tomorrow, NHF? That's perfectly fine. I would expect to have fewer Irish viewers tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest. I will, of course, be streaming. Despite it being St. Patrick's Day, and we'll have a St. Patrick's theme to the stream. Gonna find myself something green to wear, and should be somewhere around here. I've got some green machines lined up to go. Need to download a few more, but I've got some green machines. I could have done Selby today. Selby, by the way, has been fixed. Lancy has fixed Selby. I spent a bit of time last night fixing everything and getting everything into trailers so that I wouldn't lose any crops this time. So Selby is now ready to go. Hello, Shane Coughlin. Why what, Rhys? I'm not entirely sure what you're asking why to. Hello, Shirley. There we go. The compost is going down too slow. Oh yeah, Dan. This is already over half an hour into a compost fill. What I'll need to do is I'll need to edit the Compost Master Lewis and see if I can't figure out how to get it running down a bit faster, or a lot faster, as the case may be. I'll see if I can't find the line that says how quickly it goes down. I'll see if I can't get it to match manure roughly, or maybe be half that of manure. As it is way too slow. In fact, I think the fuel in the Fendt here might not last as long as the compost. Hello, Jesses and Abby Lee McNeil. What is my favourite tractor, not including Massey Ferguson? Do you know what? Funny as it is, it's probably actually the Fendt 700 I'm playing about with at the moment. Or the Fendt GTA, which I need to download. The GTA just looks hilarious. That's a good memory from way back to when I started playing Farm Sim in FS13. One of the first mods I used was the Fendt GTA, so that's got a bit of a good memory for me. I'm doing good, Dan Scuts. How are you doing today? Thank you very much for asking. So yeah, the Fendt GTA really is just a tractor that has a lot of good memories for me. And the Fendt 700, I just like Fendts. Hello, Dal and Snaker82 Gaming. How are you guys? How are you guys doing today? Do I like the Fendt Farmer? The Fendt Farmer's also really nice. I just like Fendts. If I had to choose a favourite brand other than Massey Ferguson before, say, the year 2000, it would be Fendt overall. Because they just have kind of nice boxy shapes to them. I do like boxy tractors. Before Landy figures out that I'm actually still on Steam, there we go. Am I ever gonna play Farm Sim 15 again? No. That game is dead and buried, as far as I'm concerned. 13 might get a redo on the channel, but 15 is dead and buried and gone. Hello, Josh and JK Gaming. I'm doing good, Dal. Thank you very much for asking. Too busy downloading a certain game. Ah, yes. How downloaded is it? Landy was planning on streaming today, but Train Sim is coming out, and he's decided he wants to play Train Sim instead. Which, hey, why not? I'd probably do the same. Yup, I'm having a good. I am having a good. I don't know what I'm having a good of, but I'm having a good. You like old Masseys, but you like John Deere the most because they're easy to work. I like fast tracks too, to be fair. Like, I'm not... Sammy. Sammys are nice. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do. Because this is behind the scenes, I can do this. So the Fendt can go over here and get turned off. I'm going to turn on creative money for a moment. And because I want to test this tractor, I'm going to do it live on stream. Where is it? Sammy Galaxy 170. I'll get it. Sollevatore, whatever that is. It's Italian. I've legitimately no idea what Sollevatore means. I guess we'll find out in a moment. There's the Sammy Galaxy. Ooh. Looks rather beastly. It sounds rather beastly. This thing with a straight pipe sound would be amazing. There we go. Yes, Ford, I am using a Sammy. Well, yeah, that too. I was trying to be nice and say that you were playing Train Sim instead, but okay, if you want to give them the real reason. There we go. This is a wonderful Italian Sammy Galaxy 170. And I can now see why Sim said earlier on that it might need some texture work done to it. Looks a bit monolithic at times. Let's get pulling our manure spreader though. It sounds amazing. By the way, this is now available. I'll have a link somewhere. What I do need to do is Shift G, creative money off. There we go. How do you tell Sammy from Sammy? Or Sammy from Same? Sammy's a tractor brand, and Same is just a word. How does one get this? Chris or Landy, could one of you put the link to this wonderful machine in chat, because I'm quite a fan of it. There we go. For some reason I had the Sammy selected. There we go. If you click on that MediaFire link, that is actually the very link that I used to download this. Killer Croc showed it off the other day, and pretty much everybody was looking forward to it. Now that it is out, I can see why. Thank you, Dan. Hello, Massey5610. Not going to be using your favourite tractor today, I'm afraid. We're using, doing a bit of fan service to Ford. Because he's been around for quite a while, and he does love his Sammys. You've got it on groundwork? Ooh. Can this thing pull a plow? Because if it can, I'm tempted to crack a plow out on the back. Now, we will be leaving Old Streams very soon. So soon, in fact, that we will only be able to plow the ground up. Ford, you know me, that you've seen my videos long enough to know that if there's an old tractor that looks quite nice, I'm going to use it. This Sammy just fits the criteria. 170 horse, nice old style agricultural look to it. Fits what I like in a tractor. There we go. Hello, Jack Friel. How are you doing today? Has 170 horse. Does it actually have 170 horse? Do I have new music? Not yet. That is a job for probably tomorrow. Well, tonight, actually. It's on a 4-meter cultivator, no problem. Oh. Do you know what I'm going to do is... I'm going to see how many horsepower this thing actually has. GS vehicle toggle debug rendering. So this thing actually produces 273 horsepower. 273.53 horsepower at maximum revs, which is a yeah, the torque curve is basically no horsepower and then all the horsepower, because it looks like it's a Vario gearbox of some description. Okay. And in reverse it actually produces more horsepower in reverse. Produces 274 horsepower in reverse. Pretty much everybody in Ireland is off tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. I, however, will not be taking the day off. Wait a second, there's an error somewhere. Wasn't there? The acceleration sound for the Sammy is actually an invalid file type. Today your brand new Hitachi is coming. Ooh, very nice Ford. Let's get this down to speed. Hello, Mark. There's an Irish map on the in-game mod hub. No, there is not. There is a map claiming to be Irish that has perfectly square fields, Rafal. That's not an Irish map. The Dramard is, yes, it's made by somebody who's Irish. Yes, it does claim to be an Irish map, but square fields do not an Irish map make. I have heard the yards are quite nice though. First one in Northern Ireland. Nice one, Ford. It's me all out of coffee. Actually, I had to have my backup. You can download it if you want, Rafal, but I don't like it personally, and it won't be going on the channel because it's just not. No. Dan, whatever. Ah. Tmi Herrera, could you speak English, please? And I think you were asking for a shout out. Don't ask for shout outs. Hello, Mike. Did your last horse actually come in as well? Because if it did, then I will. Oh, Paddy Power scumbags if they did that. Do I like Dramard? Nope. It's not an Irish map. Gaming sensation. Don't call it an Irish map. It's got square fields. It can't possibly be Irish. I'm sure it's a competent map, but it's got square fields. And there is nowhere in Ireland that the fields are perfectly square. And I'm not even going to download it to look at how the map is. I've heard the yards are nice, which is great, but the last horse fell. Well, I guess that's fine then. Series, enjoy whatever it is you gotta go do. You gotta go do for half an hour. If you didn't notice, guys, I'm one of these people that doesn't mind speaking his mind in streams. You're doing forestry on Xbox One old streams. Interesting. I'm finishing up this map in preparation for a new map soon. The storyline says that the person buying the farm off me wants, well, the estate agent, I should say, wants the fields fertilized and ploughed. All of them, including the grass fields. So we are fertilizing the fields now. We're kind of shortchanging them because there's compost going down at a really, really low rate. And we will then be ploughing them up. Who's streaming tonight? Today is Thursday. It could just be Chris the Irish Gamer tonight. There is another stream that's likely going to happen, but because it's not PG, and it's very not PG, I'm not going to give them a shout out. I would otherwise. Loads of square fields in Ireland. Are they perfectly square though, Ford? Because they're fields with four sides, but they are not squares. Landy is not Scott. Landy was going to, but he has a bit of an upset stomach. So, for the sake of not having to run off multiple times during his stream, he will not be streaming tonight. So, I'm sure some of you guys will get annoyed by the fact that we are just doing off-camera work today. Does that mean there's a free slot? There could well... there is actually, Mike. Yeah, Landy ain't streaming today. He's not in the best of health. stomachically speaking, and also he's going to be playing Train Sim because he likes trains. That's a game that I'm so tempted to buy. You subscribe? Well, thank you very much, Gaming Sensation Pro, for subscribing. Welcome to the Rainbow Dead Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay as you pop up on screen. Any idea what time? I'll be finishing up at about 7 for dinner, which is pizza and chips, which, yes. So pretty much any time after that, you should be good. 7 o'clock's probably a good time, because I'll be able to hand directly off to you. It's in your cart waiting for funds. There's a few games on my wish list that are just like, okay, when the next Steam sale rolls around, I am buying all of these. So, regardless of whether or not they go up on the channel, I'm going to be saving up for them. There is actually one game that I was given, that I do want to get on the channel soon, so I'm going to hopefully try and get ahead on videos. Number one, so that I can actually edit them and have them be as high quality as I can. Number two, so that I can fit even more onto the channel. Next Steam sale is not apparently going to be until June the 23rd, which is good news for me because it gives me time to save. So, hopefully, there'll be some new and interesting things on the channel after that. And if not new and interesting things on the channel, at least more options for me to just chill out and play a game. Get Train Sim World. I plan to at some point, Scott, yes. Will there a map that replaces old streams be roleplay? Yes, we are continuing on the roleplay, regardless of what people think of it. The next map is going to be a challenge map. Because what I'm going to do when that map comes out, and I know what map it is, and I know what my plan is. The plan for that map is... the storyline at least, because this is all behind the scenes, I can talk you through it. The storyline is we are taking over from David, who currently owns the farm. This one, yeah, this one trailer will last a map, unfortunately. I do plan on actually editing old streams toward, hopefully over the weekend, maybe even tonight, to put a compost sell point in, or to edit one of the sell points to take compost, because it shouldn't be too hard, but I don't know. Would I play Unturned? No, not really. I'm not a big fan of Unturned. Selby, it could have been Selby, but no. It will be a new map to the channel. Brand new to the channel. So, we're taking over from David. He is currently running a mulch business on the farm. Who's streaming the not PG? Scott, I've just said I won't be giving that person a shout out because their stream is not PG. I'm not gonna encourage you guys to watch non-family friendly stuff. Like, I'm not gonna reduce the quality of the people I give a shout out to. And I know Chris sometimes doesn't do the most PG stuff in the world, but 9 times out of 10 he tries at least. Is it out yet? Is it Thornton? It might be. But yeah, it's a mulch hay business we're taking over from. So there's some grass. I think they got a big M. They got some balers and stuff, bale stackers. So we won't need to be buying much, but we won't have any arable fields. Is that FS17 spec grass? That is FS17 spec grass. Let's take over the throttle here. What MP map will I be playing at the weekend? It'll be Sandy Bay. The MP map is going to be Sandy Bay for a little while. Thornton is not going to go on the server. There's all the hints you guys need, probably. Why is the trailer empty so slow? Because it's composting is a bit broken, Ed. Yeah, the beard needed a lot of tidying. I'll put it this way, my dad's balding, and more came out of the beard than came off his head. The T9 Dan has been removed from the server as it was no longer art, and there were 17 tractors on the server. That is not FS17 spec grass, as it turns out. Hello, Laser. Careful with the caps. You should know better, dude. So let's go up to G3. Which is this field here. Beard looks awesome. It does look a lot better when it's trimmed, doesn't it? I was tempted to go back to an old style that I had, which was just a kind of Lemmy with a chin strap, but nah. Well, goatee, as many people would call it. Chin strap goatee, but nah, I decided to go for the full beard again. I should also mention, the shape of the beard is completely natural. That's the way my hair just grows. The beard just grows. So it's kind of awesome. I actually look 25 now, yes. Some of you are going to be shocked. I am tempted and considering getting my hair cut. And if I do, it will be short. Sandy Bay is just going to be Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow is going to be Selby. Because I have it all set up to go. I need to record tomorrow's video actually tonight. Which is part of the reason I'm not streaming Selby. I would have otherwise. But it is all set up for tomorrow's video, which is going to be a St. Patrick's Day special. Shave it off, shave it off, shave it off. It is going to go short. It is going to go quite short. Enjoy the air while I have it. Mark, the issue is I won't have it for very long. Which is why I'm considering going short, because it is thinning at an alarming rate. Also, I just got a huge, that I'm not doing any special tricks to get my forehead to look as big as it does. That is my hairline receding. Am I going to a parade tomorrow? Probably not. For the simple fact that when I used to be in Scouts, and where I live, the Scouts for years and years and years were the St. Patrick's Day parade. They'd go from the Scout Hall to the church before Mass, and then they'd have a few up at the top of the church. I was one of them one year actually, with flags, doing a guard of honour to the priest throughout the Mass, and then at the end they would march back to the Scouts Hall, and that would be the St. Patrick's Day parade done and dusted. I don't really like parades as such. Borderline Canadian with a forehead this big, yeah. It actually gets worse, but you'll find out if and when I get my hair cut, because these bits here just keep going back. I am much balder than I appear. The hair is all just a little. It's a coping mechanism with the fact that I'm balding. I did see the link, Mr. Linz, and I think I accidentally closed it afterwards. I'm sure I've got it open somewhere, I just can't remember where. And I might have closed it. Because I'm an idiot. You might have to send it to me again today somehow. I've the memory of a goldfish. But I did see the link at least. Time for toupee. Nope, I'm gonna embrace my baldness. If I start going properly bald, I'm just gonna go full chrome dome. I don't particularly care, because like, it's how I'm supposed to look apparently. I'm glad I'm not the only idiot who closed it, Landy. Roman Pierce from Fast and Furious trilogy. I have no idea who that is, Chris. This is Sammy of IC. Probably. Hang on, I'll get my track out running and we'll see. In cab, track out engaged. Let's have a look for some IC. Because I saw an IC control. You can open this door, this window, this door, this window. Is there a sunroof you can open? There's a sunroof you can open. And the rear window can be opened from there. So you can open up all of the windows except the windscreen and the sunroof. Let's actually leave the sunroof open for funsies. Disable IC, stop track out again, because I don't really plan on using it much today. And off we go with more spreading of the Infinicompost. Ball rocks because you can wear hats. Look, I've got a big head, so hats ain't exactly the most comfortable for me. The Sammy is from, I can't remember who it's from exactly, because I have a terrible memory. It's an Italian modder. It is available on Facebook via a Mediafire link. They did find the black box from Rescue 116 as well, yes. Tyrese Gibson. Nope. No help whatsoever, Chris. What's my favorite car? Probably DMC DeLorean, DMC 12. Just get a Kane mask with hair. Oh my god. Could you imagine me streaming with that thing? G9 I think needs fur as well. Just gonna check here. Yep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out, Control R through till morning. There we go. Oh, that looked like it. That looked almost as if the grass actually took the fertilizer in. I may have to do some testing of Seasons mod, because that looked interesting indeed. In fact, I can test on the fields that I fertilized previously, can't I? So I'm going to be doing some seasons testing, impromptu seasons testing, to see if they've inexplicably fixed the thing. I should play on Dramard Farm. I'm not playing on a map that has square fields and claims to be Irish. Sean, that is... Dramard is a farm and a map that you will never ever see on the channel, because I don't like it. It is an inherent dislike. And unlike some people on YouTube, I actually do stand by what I say. Sometimes I'll intentionally mislead you guys with certain things, but Dramard I'm not going to. Dramard is... Ooh, flashy textures. They fixed the fur issue. Why was I not informed of this? That wasn't put into the promotions chat. I'm kind of surprised. But I'm going to double verify that. I'm going to actually double check, just for my own sanity and my own sake. So, I'm going to cut across here. And that field is fertilized. Good. If I check this field now, it should not be fertilized. Oh, good googly moogly, I can use 3-stage fert again. There's any other chat. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't put it into promotions because that was something we were raiding for quite a while. So yeah, that's good. That's me very happy. I will actually say the next roleplay map I will be using a custom version of it because number one, there's some stuff that Seasons requires to work fully, and that requires a map edit. Namely a snow mask. And number two, I will be editing the map to suit various changes of various storyline elements, shall we say. As time goes on, I'm gonna try and be on that map for a while, but there is another map coming that I'm 110% using for roleplay. It's gonna be a revisit, but yes. Oh, cool, Laser. Can I ask you though not to talk about 116 during the streams? Just because it is, it's not something I'd particularly like to talk about and make money out of. Quite honestly, I don't want to make money out of a tragedy. And I think there are some unmonetized videos, intentionally unmonetized videos on the channel that I spoke about it, various things that had gone on, and I decided, because I spoke about those things, that the videos would not be monetized ever. Hello, VF. Is it train time? I genuinely had no idea about 3-stage fort working again in Seasons, so that is me thoroughly happy, because I do like 3-stage fort. It lends more work to do, and it's going to be interesting to see how that works on the new roleplay map. NHF thinks he knows everything. What if I'm converting a tasted Mulroy Bay, NHF? What if I'm converting Mulroy Bay and fixing it up to my standards? Three-stage is working again and has been for a while, apparently. They apparently said it in one of the more public Slack chats. And for whatever reason forgot to put it into promotions. I discovered by accident. So apparently it's been working for a little while. Josh, how long has 3-stage been confirmed working? Hello, farming man with all the twos. And hello, Braxton Smith, you're new. What am I doing? I'm spreading compost with the... Well, I'm spreading the cheatiest compost in the world ever. That... I've been using this for well over an hour now, and it's still over 2/3 full. I need to edit the compost mod to see if I can't get it working to a reasonable extent. Which I would consider reasonable to be maybe about half the usage of manure, because manure tends to come out in big chunks. Oh! This is efficient, but no. Seamus, it is not a really good Irish map. It's a really good German map that's claiming to be Irish. I'm gonna... Do you know what? Hang on a second, guys. I'm gonna blacklist the word Dramard, because it's a terrible map, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. So just bear with me a moment. And community settings, blocked words, Dramard, save. It's not blacklisted. It's on the mod hub. I don't care where it is, Jack. It's been on the mod hub for a while. It's a terrible map. I'm not playing it. Dramard is now in the blacklist. You thought it was Irish. It's claiming to be Irish. It's not. Square fields do not an Irish map make. And I hate it when people make maps with square fields and claim that they're Irish or British or whatever. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, and Dramard is most definitely one of the times that it doesn't work. It's a terrible map that apparently has quite good yards, but it's not going on the channel. VF, there are occasions where square fields will work. Penberlin works. Penberlin has square fields, but they work because the map is built around the fields being square. It's made to feel British despite the square fields. Dramard, just even from the pictures I've seen of it, doesn't look Irish. It's got very few legitimate indicators that it could potentially be Irish. Other than maybe the yards. And oh, for the love of crap. This is coming from somebody as I try and ignore Ultra Poker as much as I can. This is coming from somebody who is actively making an Irish map. And I'm making a DEM map. Based on DEM, which is based on satellite imagery and satellite information of the actual elevations of an area. Yeah, you can get maps that if they're well made, they can get away with square fields. I don't think Dramard is very well made. It doesn't look Irish, but it is Irish. If it doesn't look Irish, how can it be Irish? So all I'm gonna say is, if it doesn't look Irish, doesn't smell Irish, doesn't taste Irish, how is it Irish? Because Dramard is not an Irish map. They can make all the claims they want. It's not an Irish map. There are some Irish maps in production that I would claim are, that I would say are Irish maps, except that they're made by English modding teams. It looks like a John Deere. Have you seen those New Hollands, Mike? Have you actually seen those? There's some guy has painted up a bunch of New Hollands, a fleet of New Hollands in John Deere colours. I kid you not, some guy has actually done this. Is this the new Sammy? Yes, it is, VF. It's really nice. You got an after... How did you get an after-school detention? The Dave... What, Dramard is supposed to be a real farm? I'm confused. Mulroy Bay and Tasty Donegal are examples of Irish maps that were also badly made. Oh my god, they were messes of maps. But yeah, they were good. They were Irish maps that I would consider to be Irish maps. There were inherent issues and flaws of the maps, but you know, they were. They say it's made on based on a real beef farm. Where on earth is this magical beef farm that has huge borders around fields in Ireland? Because, yeah, no. No, I ain't buying that. They're selling it, but I ain't buying. Whoa! What on earth is going on with the road here? Just suddenly, health and safety go a bit angry at that, wouldn't they? Wouldn't be very impressed. So in exchange for my planned things, I will be turning 3-stage fertilization on at some point. Also because we're now in autumn, the giant stuff is showing up as orange. So those trees there are giants trees. We'll have some colourful trees dotted around the map now. Dash of colour. Stud farm and Tippa square fields. Eh. Yeah, I have seen square-ish fields, but they're never perfect squares like on Dramard. They fixed that about 8 days ago. Ah! I'm actually gonna have a word with them after the stream and thank them for fixing it, because that wasn't irritation. Now if they could help me with my driving, that'd be great. Oh, that is actually solid. Some of these fields have solid pylons, some of them don't, and it's very hard to remember which ones are which. There we go. Check out min chat on Discord. I will in a moment, Dan. Actually, I will now, so I'm gonna just stop up and check admin chat on Discord because I can't be bothered opening my phone. Drummond Farm. Ah, those fields are not square. I'm looking at the link Dan sent me, which is to a farm in County Louth called Drummond. And the fields are decidedly not square. Now if I really quickly, and I know that you guys can't see this, if I quickly go onto the Giants Mod Hub and go to Map and find Dramard, I'm seeing some likenesses, but the fields are too square. The fields are way too square. There we go. There's a few squarish fields dotted about, yes. There's even a few on my map. But it's a case of Dramard has a suspicious number of square fields that kind of look like they took some shortcuts when they were making them to make it easier to make the field definitions. Has anyone ever seen the Grammarly advert? Yes. Here's a question for you guys, because I got this during one of Chris's streams. I think it was Chris's. It might have been Sims. One of Sims' very rare streams. Has anyone ever gotten an ad in Russian? Russians and Eastern Europeans, you're kind of excluded from this by the fact that most of your ads are probably in Russian. I got a Russian ad before, and while yes, I do like my Russian equipment because Sergey, and you know that's a good running joke to have on the channel, I don't particularly want to get Russian ads as a result of looking for Russian mods. No, I'm the only person to have got that weird Russian ad. Good, good. Good. Yeah, that's the thing that happened. I think it's because I keep looking up Russian videos of various industrial things. I've had a fascination with industrial stuff of late, and the Russians have lots of videos of that going on. You've been in one of Sim streams and you didn't even get one ad. It's not a bad looking area in real life, yeah. And if the map was made true to life around Drummond Farm, I would play the crap out of that map. That looks like a really nice area. Granted, it's in Louth, which has its own issues, but I'd play it. And to those of you watching from County Louth, I am of course joking. I'm not that mean. In fact, I've got a few friends from Louth. Got a friend who probably lives, or used to live, quite near to Drummond. I got a friend who does live in RD. It's a poop hole. No, kill. That's. Do you know what is a poop hole? Is Clonakilty. Nothing good about Clonakilty. Worst town in Ireland. Nobody likes Clonakilty. I totally don't know what town Kill's from. Cork's a great county, but it's completely ruined by Clonakilty. I mean, they have the audacity to call themselves Clon. As if there's no other places called Clon in Ireland. Place is famous for black pudding. That's all it's famous for. The man behind Ireland's freedom. You mean Daniel O'Connell? Here's actually a genuinely fun fact, Kill, and the Irish people who are here. If you go back a few generations in my family tree, there's a very suspicious name that crops up as a surname, and that would be the O'Connell name. Now, the side of the family tree that crops up on lives in West Cork and has been based in and around the Skibbereen, Clonakilty Skibbereen, Clonakilty area for quite a long time. So, there's a very small chance that, Kill, you could be talking about one of my great relations. Potentially even my great grandfather. Like, it is a distinct possibility. And I'd love to go tracing my family tree to find out if that's true or not. Welcome back, Hazard. Clonskip area is a big area. It is a big area, but there's not that many O'Connell families living in the area, is the thing. Hello, John dear lover. Top of the morning to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well. You're not late, Azza. We've only been going for an hour. You've got an hour to be late. When someone's banned on YouTube, can I unban them? Nope. Hello, Vic the Gamer. There is no way to unban people on YouTube once the stream has ended. So, if you get banned, that's a one-time deal. That's it. You are banned. There used to be a way. And YouTube took that away for reasons of screw you. Because there are some people that I would like to be able to unban, but I can't. Have you heard of Bog Namona? Yeah, that's Bord Namona's bog in County Offaly, isn't it? Up by Tullamore. They can be unbanned during the same stream, yeah. There used to be an address book that was kind of an open secret where you could go and unban people that have been banned for a while. That was taken away. Of all the things to be taken away, that was taken away. YouTube have not yet implemented a replacement for that. And there is no way to get around it. The only way to get around it is for me to literally say, hey, you can come back into the streams, but make a new channel. I'll be telling the mods. You know, there are some people I told to do that, like Ford. Ford I told to basically get a second channel on the go so that he could talk again. You ain't late, John, dear lover. What tractor am I in today? I am in the Sammy Galaxy 170. This is a Basically a tester. Laserbeam, you're trying to get around the blacklist. That is not a good idea. After all the talk about how I don't want to be hearing about that map, you decided to get around the blacklist to tell me about that map. It's why I prefer giving timeouts. And if I do give a ban, it's usually just a joke ban that I remove straight away. Usually, in fact, to get around a timeout. That's a thing. I think if you ban and unban somebody real quick, any timeouts they had will be removed. So, where's the bloomin' gate? There we go. So it is a potential method by which you can remove accidental timeouts. Also, we're gonna get this entire map done. We're gonna get this entire map done with half of a trailer load of compost, which is a bit broken. Have I been poking the telehandler through a hole in the shed? No, I haven't. Not today, anyway. That's a Penberlin thing. Unintentional advantage. What map is the one I don't want to talk about? I don't want to talk about the map I don't want to talk about. It's a map that claims to be Irish, but it's decidedly not. Hello, Brad. How are you doing today? Let's get this spun in here. Hello, Kian. Godfather of contracting of this attorney. Miss the turn-in. If you are enjoying the stream today, guys, hit that like button. I'm hoping to get 50 likes on the stream at the very least. It helps if I unfollow the manure spreader, doesn't it? And if you haven't done so already, please do hit that subscribe button as well. We hit 4,500 subscribers yesterday, which I am completely shocked by. And hoping to get 5,000 soon. That's kind of my goal for the year right now, is 5,000. I've got a stretch goal. Well, I'll give you some goal for maybe not this month. That's probably stretching it a bit. When do I think a good Irish map will be coming out? It depends on when I get mine done, Seamus. When mine comes out, I can personally guarantee it'll be a good Irish map. Because I am putting so much time into getting it just so, as I'm working my way through it. And it's a grind at times, but I'm putting all of the effort into it being just so. Thank you for liking and subscribing, Haza. I'm sure you've been subscribed for a while, though. You gonna sub on your backup? No, you don't need to do that in HF. I saw that Massey Lover, who told me about that? It was GP. GP told me about it. And I did ask him to fix it up for me if he didn't mind, and he did, for the most part. There were some bits that he couldn't because of tip calls and whatnot, but that's fine. Did I like a taste on any goal? Not really. A Taste of Donegal and Moray Bay were made by the same person, and I hate to say this, that person took a few shortcuts that they shouldn't have. I'll put it that way. The maps were good in theory, but once you started looking at them in GE, they were a bit of a mess. They were very difficult to edit as a result of them maybe not being the greatest. Hello, Stormwinner. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. You know, I had the weirdest dream last night. You found Dunn's map laggy. Joe, I'm gonna tell you why you did, Keen. It's because all the roads were actually a lot longer than they looked. Because I had to edit Mulroy Bay to fix stuff. the roads for the hills and the corners were actually embedded in each other. They weren't like corner roads. They were just straight roads that he embedded into each other and into the ground and that kind of stuff. We're going to be doing anything else today. I'll be starting the ploughing today because we do need to plough the map up as well. This is probably going to be the last behind the scenes on old streams because in theory we should be good to get most of it done in videos because I need to try and... I'm now in the period where I don't know how long is left in this series. Probably not very long, but at the same time I want to try and stretch it a small bit. But that's why people found Dylan's maps laggy, was because they weren't optimized at all. Which is a real shame. It is a real shame, because they were... like, the areas they were based on were great, but optimization left a lot to be desired. There we go. That is all the fields done. Welcome back, Reese. Hope you enjoyed whatever it is you went to do. I'm guessing you went to eat your dinner. Potentially. I think there should be an option in the main menu to remove the gold nuggets. That'd be nice to have it as an option on or off. It is easier, however, to just not put the nuggets into the map in the first place. So I'm gonna leave the magic manure spreader there. Head back over to the main yard where I should have a plough in theory. And if I don't, I'll get one that I can pull with this thing. Actually, I think the plough might even be at the shop. New Holland Farmer, new channel, thank you for subscribing. You put the jam or cream first on a scone. I put the I've eaten the scone, oops, there's nothing to put on it first. Get a shower. That's fine. Why is there major lag on the stream? Hello, wooden man with the long name. Did the stream just lag going past the shop there? Or was that just on my screen? As you guys know, I do watch the getting major lag. Ah, it was not just on my screen then. By the looks of it, it has fixed itself. But that was indeed odd. Where is the plough? The plough should be somewhere. Where did I put the plough? Ah, there's the plough. This is the 5 furrow, which means I should be able to extend it out to get the biggest grip into the ground like that. Yeah, try not to subscribe on dead accounts, guys, because while it's all well and good that it boosts my numbers right now, when YouTube does a purge, they'll all just get bopped and deleted anyway, so it doesn't matter much at all. In fact, it just annoys me because it means that I'll go down more subscribers during YouTube purge. There we go. You don't like the camera on this tractor? What do I mean dead accounts? Accounts that you guys never use. Because it's just fake numbers. I don't like fake numbers. While I appreciate having many subscribers, there's not much point of it. Just as someone said, maybe that animation... It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been the GIF, because that's just a GIF. It's just a web page that loads up. It's actually a web page that's constantly running in the background. What's the model number for this Sammy? This is the Galaxy 170. Sammy Galaxy 170, which is seriously good. And Arthur, oh good lord, Arthur! Artur even, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Rainbow Dave Madhouse, hope you enjoy your stay. Hello Pug Nugget. How are you doing today? Yeah, fake accounts are just fake numbers. And while I'm not all for the money, the animation caused the lag. Did it? Did the GIFs somehow cause lag? I find that hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that an animated GIF can cause lag. Because it is just literally just a web page that loads up. In fact, it's a web page that's constantly running in the background, so it shouldn't have caused lag. Hello, Arthur. You lagged and came... Ah! Interesting. Is there actually any music playing? Yes, but it's rather quiet. Anybody else streaming today? Yes, Mike Murphy's streaming today. And Chris the Irish Gamer's probably going to stream later on at some point. Because, well, it's Chris. We all know that Chris likes to stream whenever he can stream. Landy's not streaming today, Wooden Man. Landy is not feeling too great, so he's taken the decision to not stream today and play some Train Sim instead, because conveniently that's come out in the day that he's not feeling too great. Chris, are you streaming tonight? Hello, Andre. Will you be streaming tonight, Chris? And Mark has just posted the link to the Sammy. Get well soon, Landy, and don't poop yourself. Chris is going to go on after Mike. So there we go. You got your night planned out for you already. I'll be finishing up in about 15 minutes. Less than an hour. And then Mike Murphy will be going on after me for a little while. And Chris will be taking over from him. And well, by the time Chris is finished, it's going to be like 12 o'clock, so it'll be fine. There we go. This thing can run a plow. Like, this is a 5-furrow plow. It needs quite a bit of beef to pull it, and this Sammy just does not care. This Sammy is not caring about the 5-furrow plow at all. Looking forward to the weekend? Absolutely. I am looking forward to playing multiplayer at the weekend with you guys. And I'm hoping to get a few of next week's videos recorded over the weekend, because I need to, hopefully on Tuesday, do some stuff. Including take my computer apart and clean it. Look at, yeah, it is putting out like 230 horsepower, but still. 273 I think it was. Which isn't actually the worst horsepower numbers I've ever seen. I have seen, in the past, a John Deere that's put out well over 1,000 and claimed 100 horsepower. I think Chris is planning on streaming as well tomorrow night, which may not be the best idea for him, but okay. Is it hard to build a PC? Not anymore. A modern PC is basically just an electronic jigsaw. Parts will only go into one spot, and they pretty much tell you where they go. If you look at the motherboard, it'll tell you where what parts go where, what parts plug in where, and what plug goes where. It's self-explanatory, really. So it's nice, and I'm actually putting in an extra part hopefully on Tuesday-ish, that will give me extra USB ports. So I can have stuff hardwired into the PC as for once, like the Trackhat. Because right now my Trackhat is actually running constantly. It's always turned on because it's plugged into the mains via a drop-down converter. Welcome back, Hedgehog. I don't mind using the drop-down converter for the Trackhat because it's just running a few LEDs. Or a step-down converter even. You're here the entire time, which I know. Well, that's fine. Yeah, hardest part of building a PC is honestly choosing what parts you want. Because there's so many options out there for the self-build. If you're building for yourself, you have literally thousands of parts to look at and pick and choose from. And honestly, there's no one PC build that's right. You can find guides that say, oh, this is the best build for this, and this is the best build for that, but maybe you want a bit of this and a bit of that. So you pick and choose what you want. Hello, Swag and Hardworker 8340. How are you guys doing today? Like when I was building the PC I'm using now, the actual planning took about 6 months of trying to decide what parts I wanted to get in, and you know, how much RAM do I want? How much hard drive space do I want? Do I want to go for a 980 or maybe a 970? Yeah, what kind of processor speed do I want? Do I want something that has hyperthreading? Am I okay using an i5? Do I want to go down the AMD route, which by the way is a terrible route to go down. Never use AMD parts. What kind of case do I want? What motherboard? What specifics do I want on my motherboard? Do I want it to support up to 64 gigs of RAM, or would up to 32 do me? Do I want onboard Wi-Fi on my motherboard, which I decided yes, and I was so glad that I did. Because that's actually how I run my streams, I'm using the motherboard. Yeah, saying the number of subscribers you have is self-promotion. Landy and his 40,000 odd subscribers will tell you that. Simon is 16,000, probably 17,000 at this point subscribers will tell you that. Me and my 4,500 will tell you that. You know, because it's something that is an ego boost. Saying, this many people like my content. How can this many people be wrong? Quite honestly, I find it hard to believe that 4,500 people can be wrong, but I think they are in watching me, but okay. Well, 37 of you at the moment, so hello to all 37 of you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I do apologize if it's not maybe the most exciting thing you've ever seen, but I have said multiple times that this is just, you know, these streams are just off camera work for the most part, and they're not meant to be exciting extravaganzas like the multiplayer. The multiplayer is its own series. The multiplayer streams, at least. You love my content, Hedgehog? Awesome. Still think you're wrong. I think there's a lot I could improve on, and most of it is time-based. Unfortunately, I just never feel like I have the time, because I get up so late. I need to... One thing I need to do to fix the channel, because I do think the channel needs fixing, is I need to start getting up earlier, and actually record during the day, as opposed to streaming and then recording at night. Because, fun fact, tomorrow's video hasn't been recorded yet. I'm going to be recording that after the stream tonight. Which means I'll be missing out on somebody's stream. And, oh good lord, I got 3 notifications on Facebook. Will I stream with Sim, Faye, and the Mystery Person? No, the multiplayer series with Sim and Fahy is, that's going to be a video series. That's why there's no videos in the weekend mornings. Mornings in the weekend. That's where those videos will be going. It's Saturday and Sunday morning, 6 AM. You'll be getting those videos. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put them up mostly uncut to save on my workload over the week. Well, always at the time, yes, but there's so much that I do, Dan, and you know this for a fact. There's so much that I do, including trying to find some time to chill out, that it's like, okay, well, this is my chill out time. This is map making and chill out time. There's no time to record tonight because I've got everything done by, let's say 10, 11 o'clock. Actually, I might have extra time tonight because St. Patrick's Day means that the house is probably going to be okay until like midnight or so. So I might, including sleep for... I don't sleep for 16 hours a day. It's more like 12. I'm almost as bad as Mfumo. I only sleep for like 10 to 12 hours. I say only, it's still quite bad. Hello, Billy Kennedy. I got the hair to match. Yeah, I do. But no, I'm gonna try and sort things out over the coming weeks to start getting up earlier. And my issue then is that I wake up and there's no reason for me to get out of bed. Because I wake up at say 2 o'clock and it's like, oh, I'm not streaming for 3 hours, I can have a lie-in. Yeah, I could have got up early and done the lawns and stuff today. I got up early and recorded the video, but no, I decided to just stay in bed and waste my time faffing about doing nothing. Could you play with me? Saturday and Sunday, baby. I do a multiplayer with subscribers on my dedicated server, which you can get on any time of day or night. No matter where you are in the world, you just need the mods and the server details. !MP will get you the server details. !MP mods will get you the actual server mods. And I will say that the server will likely go down periodically to allow for the multiplayer to be recorded, because what I need is a clone. Yeah, I need like a clone or about 12 extra hours in the day. Because I can do all the mapping at night and all the chilling out at night. That's fine by me. But the issue is during the daylight hours, then I'm either asleep or streaming. But I remember Sosnovka with subscribers. Yeah, that didn't last long simply because I didn't like Sosnovka. That's a map that was just dull and tedious as a whole. There was nothing really that grabbed me with it. So, unfortunately that series met an early demise. I see daylight and I'm like, oh, this is going to be inconvenient to sleep in, isn't it? And that's actually what happened this morning. Is the sun started to rise and I was going to bed. I was like, oh, that's inconvenient. Don't drive too deep into the water, Dave. I quite like this, Sammy, I have to admit. There we go. How am I tired? Did I hunt anything good though? Last night? Got a couple of deer. Got a couple of deer last night, but yeah. Not much. Didn't even get much done on the map, I just wasn't feeling it last night. Mainly because I'm back on roads again and that just... Ugh. Any albino? No, I think they were white-tailed. Just bog standard white-tailed. I'm yet to see... Oh, good Lord, stop yawning, Dave. I'm yet to see an albino or white... or a piebald. Oh, 20 past 6. Wow. For whatever reason, I don't know why, this stream feels like it's going a lot slower than it actually is. Which isn't really a complaint, it's just an observation from me. What about Bigfoot? Yeah, I saw Mark. Mark was there. There we go. So if you are enjoying the stream today, guys, do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to say hello in chat if you're lurking. Although lurkers are very welcome here. I'm a lurker myself. Depending on how you want to troll, trolls are occasionally welcome. There we go. Next lane, please. What about the Abominable Snowman? Yeah, Landy was there too. And so was Monjack. So whichever one of those you want to be the Abominable Snowman, that was... yeah, they were there. Welcome back, NI. Hope you enjoyed whatever it is you had to go and do. I like plowing because it's relaxing. I hate plowing because it takes so long and it is quite boring. It's relaxing but boring. Someone has to be the boogeyman. That's Monjack then. Monjack's the boogeyman. You're back from your dinner? Welcome back, Swag. Hope you enjoyed your dinner today. Aren't trolls, plastic dolls, a color fire? Pretty much, yeah. Or people who think they can annoy YouTubers, which is hilarious. People who think calling me fat is somehow an insult, when in fact it's a statement of fact. You have an awesome, Swag. Good to hear. Hello, Billy. How are you doing? Do trolls annoy me? Only in so much as they annoy me with their stupidity. Like, the stuff they think that will annoy me doesn't annoy me. It's the fact that they're so stupid that actually annoys me. The fact that I feel kind of sad for them because, I mean, they've clearly got nothing better to do with their lives than to try and get reactions out of YouTubers. It's kind of sad. I am tired for some reason. Stop yawning. I am very good, Billy. Thank you very much for asking. I'm not actually as tired as I might look. Why such a small plow? Because we have mainly small fields. Like, the fields on old streams aren't the biggest. Trolls are making a movie in my Discord admin room. Oh no, what's going on there now, Dan? What are you doing? Same as Landy the other day about his name. Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get the fascination with it. Because, quite honestly, we get enough of them that... I get enough of them anyway that I just start trolling back. You know, I take away their power. But guys, if you are enjoying the stream and you haven't already, do hit the like button and do hit subscribe. I'm hoping to get at least 50 likes on the stream today. In fact, I'm hoping we've already hit that 50. Pathetic? Absolutely. The pathetic Godfather. You swear it wasn't me. Oh dear. Now I've got to check Discord on my phone. What's been going on? What on earth has been going on in the admin room? Apparently nothing. Can I plow in cab for a bit? Did you seriously just post the Trolls poster? Yeah, that's how to troll me, is do something that I should really expect. But, there we go, there's the LED on, so you can actually see what I am doing. So let's now go in cab. By request of an eye. Feels as if the track out's not centered correctly, even though it should be. Huh. Interesting. There we go. So one thing I do like about the Sammy here is the little tiger. Four-eyed tiger for some reason on the steering wheel. Actually, this cab is fantastically detailed. Including a 3-point position, including float, which it's currently in, and an engine mix, PTO controls, remote control of something. Not entirely sure what. YouTube should make a troll emoji. They have, it's called Kappa. I very, very occasionally use Kappa. K-A-P-P-A, but the K has to be capitalized and you'll get a little troll emoji. Let's try fiddling around with the lights. Ah! And the beacon. No indication of the beacon, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. Welcome back, Reese. Hope your tea was delicious. There's Chris with the kappas. Oh, they changed it from being... I wonder if they changed how you get kappa. Because I did see that this changed how to do some other emojis. You search troll, that's what you get. Yeah, no, search kappa. Like how Swag just spelled it somehow. Without getting the emoji. Was delicious. Good to hear, Reese. Good to hear indeed. Let's clean up these couple of bits here. Oh, Chris is doing my trick of just spamming stuff. Pizza? That's what I'm having for dinner tonight. Pizza and chips. Nice pepperoni pizza, some chips. Can't go wrong. There's lag again. don't quite know why there's lag. Trolls live under bridges or in YouTube chat. I don't know why there's some frame rate issues coming out on stream. They're not happening on my end, which is the really confusing thing, and I'm actually going to check the Fraps FPS counter to see what's going on here. I think the lag might be YouTube. I'm just gonna double check this real quick. Could be the glare off the windows. No, I'm getting solid 30 FPS and... Huh. I haven't dropped any frames, but... somehow there is still lag. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be smart about this. Frame rate counter's going up to show that I'm getting solid 60. If it drops below 30, there should be lag in the stream. But any lag there is on YouTube's end. Hello Shane Kemp, how are you doing today? I am doing very well, thank you very much for asking. All this lag seems to be... come on, Richmond. Pyro, bitte Sie auf Englisch sprechen? Keiner der Moderatoren könnte Deutsch sprechen. Und dieser ist ein English livestream. How much have you missed? An hour and a half, Shane. We are about half an hour away from being done. And for those of you wondering what I just said to Pyro HD, I asked him to speak English, please, because this is an English live stream and none of the mods actually can speak German. Hello NHL 12, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Why am I hearing banging coming from the bathroom? I think there's some construction going on in the bathroom that I wasn't aware of. It's a bit different. Also a bit different is the fact that you can see the HUD in old streams. I don't usually have that up. I'd love a farm sim for these old tractors would put force feedback in. Because I know the newer ones have hydraulic steering and you wouldn't really feel much. But even just a bit of force feedback when you're ploughing to simulate the plough pulling, that'd be amazing. I'm not buying a toupee, Dan! Stop trying to convince people I'm going to buy a toupee. They're too expensive. There we go. You're running, you said you hope the stream wasn't done. Reese, the stream is done there. The stream doesn't finish until 7 during the week. If someone gets... will I wear it? I mean... I guess so, but... I kind of have natural hair at the moment, Dan. Yeah, I'm all natural, yo. Except the beard, I just paint the beard on every morning. True fact, it's fake. It's a prop. By the time I get it, I might not. That's true. Though I'm not balding that quickly. Yeah, the glare on the window here is a bit much, isn't it? It's a bit extreme. Felt tips are a good cover up. Yeah. Although, like I've already said, if I do start going properly bald, which I will, I'm just not going to care and shave my entire head. I don't particularly care about going bald. It's a thing that happens. I'll give up and shave. Kane mask, corporate Kane mask. I'll start streaming wearing a suit and call myself Corporate Dave. Can I have rainbow? Oh my god, yes, a rainbow clown wig on top of my headphones. That'd be hilariously stupid. I did miss a bit there, I can see that. Which way is the plough? Missed it again. But not for a third time. There we go. Let's get the plough spun around. One thing I dislike is that's supposed to be... Oh, it's an RPM gauge. Okay, that's fine then. I thought that was a speedometer. It's an RPM gauge, that's perfectly fine. What will I do after I finish ploughing? That'll be this map done, Pug. If I get done too early, then I guess there'll be a break in the roleplay series. 46 likes, 4 away from the like goal, which is quite a distance. And I noticed that this is, you know what, this is going to be the last stream on old streams, because I have noticed some stuff that bugs me when I'm streaming on it. So this is going to be the last stream on old streams, and next week we'll be on either Selby or Pemberton for the Thursday stream. Some stuff about old streams that bugs me when I'm streaming, so gonna bring it to the two normal Let's Play maps. Have I bought the new farm? It has not been bought yet. It hasn't been bought yet. Negotiations are still ongoing. What is the next roleplay? Negotiations are still ongoing with the purchase of the new farm. Kappa White. Negotiations are going well with the sale of this one, though. The current bid on the farm is £900,000, which, coupled with the £152,000 we have here, means that the asking price of the new farm at about £1 million. We meet that quite handily, and we got 52 grand left over. Now, if we can make even more out of this farm, that'd be awesome. My South African name is Sundiata. What on earth does Sundiata mean? The new farm in the UK. Yes, I will be moving to the UK. And taking over a mulch hay operation there. Or at least that's the plan. Current owner of that farm is running as a mulch hay operation. He only owns grass fields, which, granted, is a bit of an odd thing, but oh well. How much do I want for Coldborough? What's Coldborough? This is Old Streams. It's a bit of an odd decision for him to be running a mulch hay operation in the UK, but there's a mushroom barn nearby and he's selling all the hay off to them. So I guess he's fine to that. Where am I from? I am from Ireland. Both in real life and in this weird storyline world that I've created for myself on all streams. I did miss a bit up here. Dave the Dum Dum. There we go. Mushroom bar. Dan, you know full well I'm taking inspiration from OLF for that. Right, now for the difficult field that I will need to come out of cab for just to get started. Because this is FS17 spec grass, and it's very difficult to tell it apart from normal grass. So I'm just going to do a full headland around this field. Ish. As full headland as possible. Come on. There we go. You heard that and you're like, yeah, that's entirely intended, Dan. But it's the only way I could figure out of getting the story the way that I wanted it to be. For the challenge you already know about, the challenge I've set myself. It is just to be as different as I possibly can be on that map. When it comes out. See you, Pugnugget. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope everybody is having a good Thursday and everybody's looking forward to St. Patrick's Day. Those of you in Ireland, I hope you enjoy your day off tomorrow. I, of course, don't really take days off. Even on bank holidays, I'm usually doing something or other. Such is the world of YouTube. It's the only day off I really take is Christmas. I have discovered, by the way, that my birthday this year is actually on one of my stream days. It's on Thursday. So I might take some inspiration from Sim, because I know his plans for his birthday stream. I might take some inspiration from Sim and do something similar if I can. When is it? When's my birthday? August. August 24, I think. You know, it's a sign that you don't really care about age anymore when you can't remember when your birthday is. I gave up on it. Yeah, I've had 25 of them already, and I don't particularly care. Hello, Stephen. I'm doing very good indeed. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well as well. You have a soccer match tomorrow, Swag. You should play a real sport like rugby, where real men really hit each other hard with things. Or hurling, where real men hit each other hard with sticks and chase a teeny tiny ball. It travels often at over 100 miles an hour. And from experience, hurts like hell if you get hit in the leg with it. Seriously, I couldn't walk for like an hour after I got hit by a sliotar in the leg. It is not a fun experience. You play rugby, Reese? Awesome. You play rugby as well. The ultimate man sport, hockey. Dan, have you ever seen hurling? Because hockey and hurling are much the same. It's just that in hurling there's no protective gear. The only protective gear in hurling is a helmet. And that's mainly to prevent people getting their skulls bashed in. Setting up the stream? That's perfectly fine, Mike. Why am I plowing the field? Storyline, the estate agent that we're selling the farm with has told us we need to plow up the field and have them all fertilized for the next buyer. You can skate much faster than you can run. Yes, but you can smack a ball a lot faster than you can put it. Well, Hurling has the second largest pitch for a sport in the world, beaten only by cricket. And the ball usually travels up and down the pitch every 5 to 10 seconds. In a good game. In a bad game, every 5 to 10 hours. No. Used to play rugby in Swansea for 18. Awesome. I'm not starting at midnight, NHF. I do want to have some chill time on my birthday, so I'm going to actually have everything done for the week by the Thursday of that week. Even if I am doing something that I'm planning. As I have plans, and I do plan on planning them. I do plan on doing some stuff extra in the near future. I'm just waiting for stuff to come to an end. The new update. What new update, Stephen? Can we blow things up on your birthday in War Thunder? Fun little thing, Dan. Last year, Simfang and I all just hopped into GTA and started screwing about for about 3 or 4 hours on my birthday. So, my birthday plans are basically, I'm gonna game all day. I'm gonna stream for a couple of hours, but most of the day is just gonna be me chill gaming and doing whatever the hell I like. So, War Thunder will happen. Probably some Hunter as well. Probably some Rome Total War, because I re-downloaded that last night in a fit of stupidity. And I love playing Rome Total War. I'm not good at it, but I love it. Yeah, NHF, that's an American football you put for rugby for the win. You said rugby for the win, they put American football. Right shape, wrong ball. In fact, it's not even the right shape. American footballs are a lot more pointed than rugby balls. Well, Northern Hemisphere. All rugby balls, because Northern Hemisphere rugby balls are a lot more pointed than Southern Hemisphere rugby balls. Dal's put a rugby ball, albeit a really old one. Dal, where did you pull that from? And Dan's put a squid. Have I played Dramart Farm? Nope, don't plan to. Don't plan on even downloading it, it's terrible. It's not an Irish map. Don't call it an Irish map. Don't even try and claim it's an Irish map. It's got square fields. It's... no. Doesn't interest me the slightest. And now Dan's got an octopus. Good! Mark's... oh, Mark's left a balloon go! Why'd you do that, Mark? I got lazy and didn't want to do in cab anymore because that meant looking around. And trying to check chat and do everything all at once. Octopus with 6 legs, well that's a hexapus. Happy birthday if you don't see me in the video. Reese, you've got 8 months. You got the better part of like 3 or 4 months. Hello, Blackout. How are you doing today? I saw your... I think it was this morning I saw your PM and I answered it. I don't know if that was the answer you were looking for, but I answered it for what I could grasp of what you wanted to hear. Hello, Mango 2.0. What is it? It looks to be fox. Or maybe cat. Ah, very good to hear. Blackout. There we go. That's supposed to be a Jaguar. Or a Leopard. Can't actually make it out on my PC screen. So, just for fun, do I drive in real life? No. If I do, what do I drive? If I did drive, it'd probably be something from the mid-90s or early 2000s. Mid to late 90s, early 2000s, because they're cheap. And it'd probably be, just because I like them, a Ford, probably a Fiesta. Or a Focus. You're here for my favourite song. It's already played, Mango. You've missed Ultra Polka. Mark II Escort. Oh, I'd love a Mark II Escort, but the insurance would be insane. Like, the insurance on a Mark II Escort would be insane, because that's worth a reasonable amount of money at this point. Tax wouldn't be too much. In fact, I think it might be tax-free at this point. It would be. It's over 25. Fun little thing in Ireland. You only pay tax on a car for... Or a car can only be taxed for the first 25 years of its existence. So, once a car is 25 years old, it can no longer be taxed. It is tax exempt after that point. Because it's then a classic car. Mikey Camardelli, hello, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Rainbow Day Madhouse, hope you enjoy your stay. Hello, Seamus and Kyle. With Mark 1. Mark 1 Escort would be quite nice too. I'm enjoying how 2 days in a row the stream is picking up right at the very end. What are you apologising for, Reese? Nightbot's popping you for emotes, but everybody's doing emotes, so it's fine. It's a good plan, the tax thing. It's actually a really good idea, because it encourages people to, if they've got an old car, to actually take care of them. It registers antiques. I believe they're just registered as, it's either classic or vintage. Hello, Mr. Motocross, but I have seen a true antique car. And I'm trying to think, how old was it? It was a 1902 something, or I can't remember the exact name of it, but the car that I saw is at a vintage rally in town. It was one of only 2 running examples in the world of this car from 1900. I think it was 1902, it might have been as late as 1910. But really, you know, quite early on the car spectrum, so it looked like a horse-drawn carriage still. And it looked spectacular. Just the old cars. Always, for me, look spectacular and just... Yeah, they don't run anything like a new car or a modern car. Number matching manipulation. Oh, awesome. I have, of course, seen DeLoreans, because, well, a DeLorean, multiple times, because it is my favourite car. I've seen a 1964 Ford GT40 in full race trim, which, oddly enough, is somehow road legal. I'm not entirely sure how, but a Ford GT40 in race trim, the original GT40, full race trim, including, I think it even had racing slicks, is road legal in Ireland. Or got special dispensation because it was actually doing a charity car run. So I've got to see that. And, oh my god, the noise of a GT40 is amazing. Because it's running, basically full rich all the time. The car passes and all you can smell is petrol. You can just smell petrol out the exhaust. And that's after being deafened by the noise of the car. What else have I seen? I've seen a Koenigsegg CCX carbon fibre edition. And that car itself runs around about €2 million if you want to buy it brand new. Possibly more, but it is a multi-million euro car. A couple of multiple Lamborghinis, including a brand new one that was like top of the line because it was put into the special area of Cannonball Run. I've seen, a buttload of Lamborghini Gallardos and Murcielagos. More 911s than I care to count. More Ferraris than I have any right to have ever seen. Dan will be happy with this one. A Ford F-250 pickup truck lifted with the, I believe it might well have been the Z71 kit. Lifted Ford F-150. Actually a few of those. There was I think a lifted Chevy as well. Pete 389, which is why I drive that in ATS when I play ATS. What other weird and wonderful cars have I seen? I've seen a couple of Holdens, which are very unusual because they're Australian cars. Only GM trucks. Well, then it wasn't a Z71 then. Well, yeah. I've seen... There is a video on the channel of the Cannonball Run. If you search Cannonball Run on the channel, you will see a stunning array of cars. And the only problem with that video that I've found is that it can't give you the vibration through your entire body that some of those engine notes gave. Like the, I think at one point there's a Lamborghini that just revs directly in front of me because I recorded that on my phone. It did no justice. It did no justice to the beautiful scream of the V12 and the rumble at your feet. And even the V8s that were there didn't do any justice to the likes of the GT40. Like there was no, you can't get that feeling. Dan, that's because you bought what we'd consider basically a lorry. In Ireland, you bought the American equivalent of a lorry, a small lorry, granted, but a lorry. GT40 is a V8. I know GT40 is a V8. Wonderful Ford big block, basically a NASCAR engine in that thing. It's a family car. I guess it is for American-sized families, because Americans, on the whole, tend to be a bit larger than Europeans. The Avro Vulcan, yeah. You like and subscribe? Well, thank you very much, Darren McCoo. I appreciate it. The Avro Vulcan, Dal, that's a hilarious one, because it's like, I'm coming into land, nope, I'm just going to cause some thunder instead. To be fair, the Aston Martin Vulcan does sound a surprising amount like the Vulcan Bomber. What else have I heard that was just insane? You've obviously got the Lamborghini V12s, the Ford V8 from the GT40. The Porsche V6 sounds amazing in the back of a 911. Or even a Carrera. Ferrari V12 engines, they're Ferrari V12 engines. The one thing that's always hilarious, like genuinely hilarious, is the horn of a Ferrari. Because if you've never heard a Ferrari honk its horn, I I think it's beautifully Italian. That when it's on the road, it's, you know, it's this loud, aggressive, brash thing. And then it honks its horn, it's like, Scusi! Scusi! Have I ever had two F-16s doing a training dogfight over my house? No, Ireland doesn't actually have an F-16 anywhere. Our C-130, again, Ireland, we do get C-130s because Shannon's used as a stopping base. We do get C-130s in Ireland, but seriously, Dal, look up Ferrari horn on YouTube, or Ferrari horn sound. And it's just this little peep coming out of this beautifully aggressive looking car. You know, a beautiful streamlined car, very aggressive looking, and then it's just like, beep beep. Really? Have you, like, it just ruins it. It ruins the car to hear the engine. Or not the engine, but the horn. But I've just had a look at the time, and I've actually run over what I was planning to do. Okay, I do like Camaros. I can't knock Camaros. I just can't. Just, yes. Yes. Go to Britain's Got Talent and do impressions. No. I am going to end the stream here, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I will leave you by saying, I've been Rainbow Dave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on the old streams far. I'll be back tomorrow with some Selby by Lancey Boy if you want to have a look at that. And over the weekend we will have some, you can spam Mike, spam your link away. Over the weekend we'll have multiplayer on Sandy Bay. Head on over now to Mike Murphy's chat, or Mike Murphy's stream. He's going to be doing some farming sim somewhere, I don't know where. But until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.